Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depends on the part of the continent where you are joining this program from today. My name is Prince Ewumade Konkon, and we are live. We are going to be having a very robust conversation today, and our topic is who is your preferred candidate? And the 2024 governorship election in the Edo State. For those of you that have been following this program for quite some time, you know where I stand. On the rock of Olumide, I stand. That's the only man I believe that will be able to bring about the needed change in Edo State, considering the fact that he has not been in politics, he has not stolen any money from any government parasitas or organization that he has belonged to in the past. He was one time NBA chairman. I mean, 2 times NBA chairman, I beg your pardon me. And the account for the NBA was up to date when he left office. So on that rock, I stand. I'm going to also bring a brother of mine, a friend, and one-time governorship candidate of the Labour Party in Edo State, the person of Chief MD Daniel Matthew Ahomohe. The Okaiwa, there's a name that they refer him to, the man of the wisdom in this land, in this land. This conversation, we are going to be diving in English, pidgin English, whatever the case may be. But I want everybody who is listening to listen carefully. And if this is your first time of joining this program, I want you to share this program, like and subscribe to this channel, because this channel, we're building it up prior to 2027 presidential election. We are building it up seriously. And this is the only channel you can get the undiluted truth, the unfiltered truth, the bitter but the hard pill that is hard to sell to some certain part of people or to certain people. But this is where you can get undiluted truth. We say the way it is, I say the way it is, and without minding faces, you know. So let me bring my friend, my brother to the studio. It's very important that we all choose carefully, choose wisely, and align with those that we believe that will be able to transform our dear state. It's not all about politics, but it's all about the people. The people matters. I live in a very comfortable society where I'm okay, but still, I want the best for my society. I want the best for my birthplace. So that's why I have committed myself to this program. I've committed myself to the cause of humanity. Chief MD, you are welcome to the program today, sir.
Good to have me and good to be here. First thing first, I want to say, they say teeth and tongue. Sometimes they disagree, but then they remain together. I'm hoping that no matter how disagree we are today, we'll be disagreeable to be agreeable and remain brotherly, regardless. So that is guaranteed from me. And I know the same thing from you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for always being part of my program. It is very important that people choose their candidate, and like I said in my opening statement, choose your candidate, and everybody have their opinion. You know, so for me, people know where I stand, and I'm sure you also know where I stand. And also, we want to also get your thought on where you stand at this point of time. I know very well you're a member of a Labour Party. You were one time the Labour Party chairman in the UK, United Kingdom, where you and I live. And also, you were also a governorship aspirant in the last election, in the last primary in Edo State. I know what transpired and all that, but I want to get your opinion on where you stand today. Who is your preferred candidate? That is my first question to you.
That's a good one. First of all, I want to thank you for giving me this privilege to do this today. And before I go into that, like you kindly stated my background, and I want to make it very clear, I still remain faithful and loyal to Labour Party, obediently loyal to Labour Party. But what presses me the most is Edo State. What I'm most interested in is what would be good for Edo State. I think we've got to a point in our life in Nigeria today where the interest of others is far more important than our own self-interest. And as you said, I did contest for the Labour Party governorship, and I did step down for someone said so Go is a personal friend and a brother. Although he did not win, and somebody else won. In the process, I have to look at myself honestly and genuinely and ask myself, why did I even go into this race? Did I go into this race for self aggrandization or promotion, or did I go into this race for a purpose? And what's that purpose? Good education, security, good road, good public health. All those things that matters more than anything else. It transcends an individual and a party. As such, I looked at the current candidate, both the candidate of my party, Labour Party, and the candidate of other party. I spoke to them one to one and I have a group discussion with them. And I came to that rational conclusion that what is best for Edo State is beyond just a party. We have to look at the pedigree of the person. We have to look at the antecedent of the person. We have to look at their character and their personality and what they intend to do based on past experience, based on the way they've engaged themselves, and based on the idea they've espoused. They might not be the best communicator, or they might be the most brilliant communicator, influencing in foreign language. But however, their art content that matters to me. So you do not judge a book by its cover, but rather what is inside the book. Having said that, I've come to that rational conclusion. The rational conclusion that states that what is good for Edo State is paramount and supreme by any other means necessary. For that reason, on this very day, I'm declaring my own support for the very purpose that all these indicators, all these tendencies that this person have espoused, which I will expand on, even before it became a political figure. He's already doing a lot of community work, doing boreholes, doing fences, donating computers for schools, buying books, electrifying a market, helping develop, setting up a market. He has done, at least I can count up to 50 different projects before he became a public official, compared to anybody else running. So, and these are the things he was doing, not because he was doing it to become a public official. He was doing because he cares, because he's a man that came from nothing. A man that came from nothing understand the pain of people in his shoes. He was once an orphan and also somebody who's lost great ones. For this reason, I've come to that rational conclusion to say categorically, without any iota of doubt, that the best person for Edo State today and now, regardless the party, the character of the man, the pedigree of the man, the intent of the man or the person, is Senator Mondo Paulo, the senator from Edo Central. Now, like I said, you can't judge a book by its cover. If you compare him to other candidates, some of these other candidates are doctorate, barrister, fluent in a magnificent way, and very successful in their ways. They've amassed a lot of wealth and personality and character to themselves. Senator Monday may not be like that. But what Senator Monday has done, he has transformed the life of thousands of people. He has done well for thousands and thousands of people that will be there for years to come, that might even outlived him. You understand? He's helped schools. He's done a lot of things that will leave his legacy that will be something for other people to talk and match. Hence the reason why I'm endorsing Senator Monday. Now, let me make a distinction here. I'm still obediently Labour Party person. However, I'm endorsing Senator Monday does not mean I'm endorsing APC as a whole. It's all politics are local. Senator Monday is an APC candidate in Edo State, not Senator Monday is running as something federal. So hence the burden of the whole federal of the country is on his shoulder. No, I'm talking of Edo State. Edo State for this election alone. Who is going to be the next governor of Edo State? If Labour Party have produced, somebody like Senator Monday, I would have fought tooth and egg in it. It doesn't mean the Labour Party or the PDP candidate is less. It doesn't mean they are not good. I just feel at this moment, Senator Monday is better. It's not only better, it's the person we need right now to make that difference, that leap, that way forward. We don't need another bureaucrat because we've got one. We don't need another grammatist who will be blowing grammar. We had those in the past. We want somebody that cares. Somebody that have the passion of the people in their heart. You see, what we lack in government today is that we have people get into political position and they don't care about the citizen. They care about themselves. They make this deal to enrich themselves. They do everything for personal gain. But we want somebody that cares. He may not speak a perfect English. It might be a panabita, a mechanic, or whatever, but that cares for the people, that put the problem of the people in their heart and look for a way to solve it. And that's Senator Monday. In this election so far, where other people might be blowing big grammar, not be grammar we want job. The man where is Sabi, a man of grace. Senator Monday is a man of grace that will bring us to a glorious, graceful place in Edo State. Hence the reason why Chief Daniel Egongo, Akwemoke Matthews, a true son of the soil of Odugbe, Amedoshan Uromi, is fully backing Senator Monday Okpewolo to be the next governor of Edo State. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Like I stated in my during my opening statement, we all have our opinion to be made, and I respect your opinion, just like you also respect mine. My next question to you, because for the fact that you are a Labour Party card carrying member, an aspirant who just contested during the Labour Party primary election in Edo State. Many of our viewers all over the world who is going to be watching this program live today or watching it after this program, they are probably going to ask you the same question that I'm going to ask you now. I know you always like to be very factual with words. For the fact that you've contested on that Labour platform, don't you think endorsing someone from the opposition party, don't you think people will see you as a backstabber, or perhaps you've collected some money in order for you to do what you are doing today on this program? What will you say to that, my brother?
Right. That's a very good question. And I can easily put this. Like I said, I have spoken to Senator Monday, just like I spoke to Dr. Aswe, and likewise with Akpata and his people. I put my hand on my chest and I swear on my mother's grave, not one penny I've collected from anyone. Not because I'm that rich or that successful in my own way, but because I've taken my time to assess these people and every one of them before I make the rational conclusion to go with Senator Monday. Even personally, I've not even been able to reach Senator Monday to have any further discussion as per what I intend to do for his campaign up to this point. I wanted to do this with my clear conscience, with open mind. So when I tell people who believe in me, when I start telling people who have hope and desire in me that this is the direction we should go, I want them to know I'm coming from a pure place. I want them to understand the pureness of my action and the pureness of my intent is based for their own interest. The interest that a son of nobody can be somebody. A child of an orphan can dream big one day and say, you know what? I want to be senator. I want to be governor. I want to be God knows. And for this reason, I beg people to do that. You understand? So for my own sake, I'm begging everybody to understand this. I'm a Labour person. I will remain a Labour person. But I'm endorsing Senator Monday, not APC. I'm endorsing Senator Monday simply because Senator Monday is the best candidate for now compared to those who are running. If I'm comparing Senator Monday to Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him, then it's a different thing. I'm comparing him to the aspirant, the 17, 16 other aspirants. Many of them have not done a quarter of what Senator Monday have done in terms of public service. You see, the mistake people should not do is this. Because somebody is successful in their private life does not mean they understand the public demand or able to serve in a public space. Because Akwata or Aso or any other person have been very successful, they are multi-billionaire in their field and they are very successful, they've accomplished a lot in their private life, does not translate. Because we've seen that it does not translate to understanding the dynamic of public service. Public service is public service in order to serve the interests of the people. Among everybody running, Senator Monday is the only one that has shown the understanding of public service. While before he became a senator, he was already serving the public. creating boreholes, paying for school fees, fencing schools, electrifying schools, town center, redecorating, doing boreholes across, market people everywhere. But for that reason, no one else have come to the rational conclusion to say, in comparison to all these people, who is the best person to run? And that's the problem, because at the moment, everybody's just seeing it from the perspective of, oh, my party, that party. No, it's beyond the party. Our the next governor who we're going to support should transcend beyond the party. Just like what we did when it became the last presidential election. Many people left. Labour Party were relatively unknown. People didn't join Labour Party solely because it's a party, but they joined Labour Party because of the conviction that Peter Obi was the better candidate. Hence the birth of obedient movement. Peter Obi was a better candidate. If Peter Obi was the candidate of PDP or APC, Peter Obi would have been the president today. But it doesn't matter. People joined Labour Party, they made Labour Party what it is today because of Peter Obi. And the reason why people joined Peter Obi, he wasn't the richest among the three candidates, so it wasn't about wealth. He wasn't the most popular among the three candidates, so it wasn't about popularity. It wasn't even the most connected among the three candidates, because we're sitting with you're running against a former vice president and more or less a de facto party leader. However, Peter Obi was a dynamic person who understands the consciousness of the people, just like Senator Monday. Senator Monday is the new obedient person in this Edo State election, because it's beyond the party. It's about the future and the direction of Edo State, and Senator Monday have it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Still on the same question, how much have you received so far? I know you've sworn on your mother grave. Many people will do that, but how much have you received so far from Senator Monday Ukpeolu campaign organization? Be very honest with me. I'm your brother. No matter
We've
what
got
happened today, whatever transpire on this program today, we will always remain friends and brother. So, how much have you received so far?
You see, God is my witness.
That's the first question. Secondly, I'm coming. Secondly, you said Senator Monday has been empowering over thousands of people. On this very program, is there anyone that you can call and put it on a speaker that will tell us, yes, I have been empowered by Senator Monday Ukpeolu, maybe 10 years ago, 5 years ago, not a month or 3 months or a year before the election?
Okay, you know
Can
what
you
I
do
would
that?
do? No, listen, rather than just doing that, right? I will tell you, go and verify. I will tell you places because calling anybody could be a setup. Number one, we didn't plan this. So calling somebody random on a live TV might be a little bit of a challenge. But nonetheless, let me put that aside. This is what you can go and verify. And anybody listening to can go and verify this. These are the things Senator Monday have done. I'll just read random list from random places. You understand? Randomly. Senator Monday, Agricultural Research Council Nigeria Amendment Bill, it passed 2020. Total reconstruction of Bini Ekpoma Auchi Express Road, Senator Monday. Control of erosion along Ewu Uromi Road, Senator Monday. Perimeter fencing of Udomi Primary School, Senator Monday. Reconstruction of 3 classroom and headmaster office, Udomi Primary School, Senator Monday. Ijoha Community Irua Borehole, Senator Monday. Afuda Community Irua, Senator Borehole, Senator Monday. You understand? Borehole, Community Borehole, Borehole Ekpoma, Senator Monday. Go on. Borehole at Hausa Market, Uromi, Senator Monday. Borehole at the Community Center, Idige, Senator Monday. Borehole at Ekene Community, Egwebe, Senator Monday. Electrification of Idumu Yesele Quarter, Senator Monday. Complete re-roofing of Idumu Town Hall, Senator Monday. Complete roofing of Ukon Grammar School, Senator Monday. Donation of laptop computers and free internet facility to the first privately owned university center, Mudiame University, Senator Monday. Provision of laptop computers to Sabotiga Missouri Group School, Senator Monday. Donation of Siena security vehicle for the gadget and for the Atanaba security, Senator Monday. Provision Nilo security, Israel vigilante, Senator Monday. I can go on. These are the things you can go and verify. Not me just calling random person and say, verify as Senator Monday can have helped you. I can send you the list and location of the things he has done and when he did them. So the antecedent of Senator Monday is understanding the public, not just the ability to come and say, you know what, it's election time. Let me now start planning. And these are the things he's done way before he became a senator and now running for governor of Edo State. So if we are to look at antecedents, we have to look at that. And as regards to the question he asked, how much has he paid me? Must he pay me for me to believe in him? I'm not a political jobber. Those political jobbers can do that. I'm not working for Senator Monday. I'm actually trying to fight for Edo people. I'm not one of his paid staff. I'm not one of his campaign people. You can check the campaign list. I'm not in APC campaign list. I'm not. Neither in any campaign list. So I have no direct relationship with Senator Monday, even though I've spoken to him one-to-one before. I've spoken to him collectively in a group before. I've made my own judgment independently of Senator Monday influence or any influence from anyone, but apart from my own group. My group, we have 18 local government coordinators. We have over now growing over 60,000 members. I consulted with my group. I consulted with the executive of my group. And we came to that rational conclusion. In comparison, if we take the label away, if we take the party label away and say, let's look at this individual people individually, and let's put some criteria. Let's look at their character. Let's look at their antecedent. Let's look at their pedigree. And let's look at what concerns them and what they want to do based on this fact. And I've come to that conclusion without anyone giving me any penny to do that. And I can say that with my hand on my chest, swearing on my mother's grave, that nobody can say Senator Monday gave me a penny or they collect money on behalf of Senator Monday for me. And that's a fact. I am endorsing Senator Monday on the grounds that he is the right person for this moment, who understand public service, who understand what it means to be a public servant. Not somebody who want to lord over us like Obaseki, not somebody who see this as an opportunity to add to their more feather to their cap like Akwata. No, this is not just an opportunity to show that you can. This is an opportunity to serve the people, like the great leaders we had in the past, like Ambrose Ali. Oh, Senator Monday is going to be one other person that's going to surpass the likes of Ambrose Ali if given the opportunity to govern Edo State.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You've mentioned quite a lot, very long list of what Senator Monday has done. All the things you've mentioned, were they done 3-5 years ago, or were they done while it was in the government, using the government money? Because if this project were done as a city senator or as a sitting House of Rep member, obviously those are the things that people, the dividends that people, the masses should expect from people they've elected into offices. But if they were done with his personal money, that is quite understandable, and that is very fair to say that he has made an impact in this community that he is from. However, but if they were done with the government money, I don't think that's enough reason for anybody to be elected or for anybody to be supported in order for them to continue to loot the public fund. Let me move away from that. Okay,
let me just quickly address that.
Time to address that. Yeah.
Let me just quickly address that. You see, we can verify this. We can verify this. 90% of the things Senator Monday have done, he has done with his own personal money. Many of them he did that even before he became a senator. And he's still doing a lot more things right now while he's in a senator, also using his position as a senator to do a lot of things. His position as a senator is brought in a lot of things into Edo State. That is what public servant is supposed to do. Use the opportunity they have, serving to serve the people, not to serve themselves. Senator Monday is doing that. We can verify this. We can go and verify this. When did he become a senator? Less than a year ago plus. Many of these projects precede that. And after he's become a senator, after the last election, 2023, there's other things he has done. Obviously, would have done those things with the influence of his office, but mostly done privately with his own cash. Most of the things he's done is done private with his own cash. Don't forget, Senator Monday is a billionaire. It's not just, he's a billionaire himself. So we cannot then equate that. Same people have the opportunity. Asio Godalo has been in Edo government for at least 16 years. He was the economic advisor under Oshomole and the economic advisor under Obaseki. What have they accomplished? You see, I don't want to get into that line of attacking anyone. I want to focus on the candidate that I'm supporting and why am I supporting them. And
Thank
that's more
you.
important.
Thank you so much. Let me stop you there. I'm going to ask you this question. I have several questions I'm going to be asking you today, because if you ask me why am I supporting Barrister Olumidu Sagbowo Akpata and Prince Kadiri, I would state here and I will tell you why. Are you a tribal bigot? And the reason I'm asking this question, I know you once said you believe in the ASA agenda. Because the ASAN people did not get a ticket under the Labour platform. Is that why you are supporting, I swear, Senator Monday Okpeolo? Be very honest with us.
Honestly, this is the part people don't understand, right? When I talk about ASA agenda, for 8 years, Obaseki did nothing in ASA land. Not one road, not one school, not one ball, nothing for 8 years. Before that, Oshomole completely shunned ASA land as well. And so, I mean, some people say that Oshomole have a special disdain for ASA people. And I understand that. ASA agenda transcends beyond just the person. It's about somebody who also put the region in mind, just as much as they put the region of Edo North, Edo South in mind. And that's why we have this gentleman agreement across the state and across Nigeria. I cannot see a true obedient someone who say they believe in justice and fairness. And they support Peter Obi in the last election because the very reason Peter Obi left PDP. If Peter Obi have not left PDP today, would have had Atiku as a president. Peter Obi left PDP simply because he realized the party were going in a direction that I felt is not fair. It's time for a Southern president. We cannot have 8 years of an Hausa Fulani man, and then we're not trying to put another Hausa Fulani man. Development will not flow. Economic diversity will not flow. And then monopoly of power cannot be concentrated in one place. Yeah, it's true. I have my own special liking to have an Eastern candidate. We've had current governor from Oredo local government. And not only that, it's also the first cousin. Olumide Akpata is the first cousin or relative to the same governor, outgoing governor. It's only fair for Obedient, who said justice and fairness is our paramount issue, that fairness is most important. It's only fair that we produce an Asian candidate, regardless the party. It's only fair. It's not about an ethnic bigot, simply because of diversity of thought. Diversity of thought, diversity of management, and diversity of growth. And it's very important. Oshomole is the person that typified that. Go and see what Oshomole was able. Before Oshomole, Edo North was totally ignored. Oshomole came and transformed Edo North to an extent that much still needed to be done. Obaseki failure to do much in Edo South, that's up to him. It's not constitutional, but it's a gentleman understanding. It's only fair that we rotate this so we can see how development can be gone around or pushed around. Just like the presidency. It's been moved from south to the north, and to the south and back and forth. Now, as an Asa man, a purebred Asa man, undiluted Asa man, my father from Odogbe, my mom from Ukoni, next door to each other, Amedoshan Uromi man to the core. I prefer an Asa candidate. I'm not going to deny it. But my core was, who is better? I will not put a dog, a cow, because it's an Asian person there that I would support. I will not put a sheep or anything that's there because an Asian person. So, because if I was looking at somebody who's most educated, most affluent, I would go easily with PDP. If I was looking for somebody most connected, one of the 1%, I would have gone straight with Aswa, and I did speak with him. But I went for somebody who I felt among the three of the people, at least the three leading candidates, to be the next governor of Edo State. As a matter of fact, if he was there, I also spoke to Prince Tom of AA Party. My personal friend is Pastor Azena, who is a personal friend. If I'm in Edo State, I give him a call, no matter what, we link up. You understand? However, there's a difference with Senator Monday. He has that little thing calls compassion for the common man. It was an orphan at the age of 3. So you understand that. He was in his 30 before he started getting his full education. You understand the deprivation of not having opportunity to go to school. He lost his only sister when he was at a young age because there's no family care, no health care, no public care closer to them. All his life, he has struggled as a son of nobody to be somebody. It's an inspirational hope for everybody that a child of nobody can dream and hope that one day they also can be a doctor, a teacher, a chairman, yes, an House of Rep person, and definitely a senator, and yes, a governor. A child of nobody that is at the age of 3 is an orphan, that the trajectory of his life is supposed to be heading towards Agberu today. But look at him. He was able to pull himself up from this bootstrap, and stand like a man among equals and fight this battle. He's not fighting for himself. He's not running to become the governor for himself. He's running for you and I. He's running for every child, every child who is an orphan. It's running for every person who's lost a family person because of poor health. It's running for every man who hoped to be somebody. It's running because it's going to be a different. And that's who Senator Monday represents. That's what he represents. A child of nobody with a bigger dream.
Thank you. How passionate are you about Labour Party? I know many candidates always seek where the green is more greener for them. Most of them will use some of this political party as a social vehicle in order for them to get from point A to point B. That leads me to this very particular question. How passionate are you about Labour Party? Because a true Labour patriot, just like I am a Labour Party patriot. I have been there. I know everything about Labour Party as I speak. That's the only political party that I have ever registered to be a member with or associated with. A true Labour patriot would never, in spite of any circumstances, endorse someone else from a different political party. How patriotic are you to Labour core and Labour principles and Labour's ideas? That's my question to you, sir.
You must understand that I not only just read the Constitution, I am true and qualified. Even in UK, I'm a Labour Party member. I established Labour Party in UK. I understand the tenets of Labour Party. I have read the Constitution. Labour Party is the only party in Nigeria with a sense of purpose, with a sense of identity. Labour Party is only with the party with a sense of identity. I'm a proud Labour Party person. I don't see anything outside that. But first and foremost, I'm an Edo man. Just like I'm a Nigerian first. I have not endorsed Senator Monday because I'm embracing APC ideology. All politics are local. I'm talking of Edo State. I'm endorsing Senator Monday in comparison to the people he's running with. So my ideology of what Labour Party stand for, I'm hoping when Senator Monday become government, Papa, mama, picking, his policy will reflect that. Economic security for the father, welfare security for the mother, education and pathway for growth for the children, in education, in economy, in policy all across. That also can be brought to bear in Senator Monday's government. I'm passionate about Labour Party, but first and foremost, I'm an Edoite. So what is good for Edo people transcend beyond my party. My loyalty is to Edo people. It's not just a party organized or run by some few people. The impact of my contribution in politics must reflect the interest of the people at large. When Senator Monday win Edo State governorship, and it's not going to represent just APC people. It's going to represent the whole state. Hence, we must vote wisely. We must choose wisely. We are not choosing a candidate aligned by a party. We are choosing a candidate that benefit the state, that will play a crucial part in the development of the state. And that's more important than a party. Because somebody is in my party and they bring any Tom, Dick, and Harry and stick it in my front and say, oh, you are a party loyalist, go and vote for this person, selected by few or bought by some or able to manipulate their way to the ticket, then I'll support that person. No, I'm doing disservice to my people, the very people I carry dearly in my heart. And this is where we, Nigerians, must wake up. Our loyalty to the party cannot transcend over the loyalty to fellow human beings. Our loyalty to our fellow human being transcends beyond the party identity or party affiliation. Because if we don't do that, we'll be voting ignorantly, we'll be voting stupidly, and we'll be voting blindedly. So party identity and the national and state identity is more to me. If you and I stand now outside Edo State, they will not look at you as APC or me as PDP or as Labour as anything. They will look at both of us as an Edoite. Then what is happening in Edo State, does it only affect APC, PDP, or Labour? No, it affects everybody. So choosing a candidate that will represent everybody is far more important than a candidate that represents just a party. So support Senator Monday, not because Senator Monday is APC, not because it's not Labour, not because it's PDP. Support him because he's the best person with a compassionate heart to govern. Now, we need a compassionate person. We don't need grammar. We don't need connection. We need a compassionate, somebody that cares. Senator Monday is a man that cares. He cares for the average child to the old man. He has a plan for that. So Senator Monday is a man that cares. It's a compassionate human being. It's a compassionate person that transcends the party.
Thank you. I'm going to ask you a quick follow-up question based on your answers. You said we should look beyond our own political party. Yeah, that is true in some cases. However, if you are a Labour Party patriot, the best thing you could have done is to stay neutral in this political circle. For the fact that your candidate or someone you would have supported from your own region did not emerge as the flag bearer of the political party, it would have been the appropriate thing to do for you not to endorse anyone and remain neutral. That's what a patriot does. But what you have done today does not, to me, this is my own opinion. I stand to be corrected. This is my own opinion. To me, I believe you have done a disservice to Labour Party. And if I were the national chairman of the Labour Party in Nigeria or the state chairman, I will have you suspended for anti-party activity. That's what I would have done if I were in the position in that position to make that decision, to call the shot. You cannot be a patriot to a political party that you believe so much on the ideology, on the ideas and the manifesto and the principle that govern that political party, and you go out of your political party to endorse someone else. So I think it is something that you have to go back home, and I think that whatever you have done today, if this is fair. Because whatever we do today, this video is going to be on the internet for years and years to come. Internet does not forget things. You and I might forget about today, the 22nd day of June 2024, but the internet will never forget. The internet will be there to remind you on this day, on this show, on this program, you did go out of your way to endorse someone from a different political party. So that's why I said it's something that you have to think. Also, considering the fact that you have a very bright future, to be honest with you. People like you, those who have heard you speak in the TV station, major TV station, radio in Edo State, they like you. They see you as a very as they see you as a true leader that can, if given the opportunity, to change narrative of things for their people. Someone that you know very well, that I also know very well, call you Obama, Barack Obama of Nigeria, because of your eloquentness in English and the way you address issue. So I think, my brother, my friend, you need to go back and rethink what you have done today. People might use this against you in subsequent election to come. So if you have
Can I
any
ask?
address,
Yeah,
any, I
let
mean
me just
answers to
let me
that,
just
I'll
pick
let you
your
have the
point
floor.
one by one. Let me pick one point. Number one, I can sense a sense of pain of my endorsement for another candidate. And you want to know why, what's my motivation? Because hence the reason you ask, thinking Senator Monday have given me some billions to support it. Why? This is it. The urgency of now. The urgency of now dictates that we cannot be cowards. Cowards die 100 times before their death. We can't be cowards. We can't stand a neutral ground and expect something to change because we have fall or because we don't see a pathway the way we want. We can't be cowards. And that is very sure. The reason why we need to stand a ground. Many people want to play neutral ground. Many people want to look at opportunity tomorrow for their selfish interest. It's my own bright future for tomorrow, for a political growth, is it more important than a starving child today? Did you get that? I know you said something that, hello, like I
I'm
was
with you.
saying,
Don't worry. I'm
is it
with
my
you. I'm
own
with you.
is it my own bright future? Because you meant something that me going outside the party to endorse somebody or politically tomorrow. I want to put this back to you. Is my own bright future of tomorrow in political field or leadership, is it more important than a starving child today that might die of hunger? Is it more important than a mother that cannot care for a sick child? Than if a father that can provide for the family? Is it more important because tomorrow, if I stay quiet and be a coward and and say nothing, candidate, to in the future, or I will be reckoned with in the future, is that more important for today? We have to rise beyond that. The urgency of now demand that we cannot be a coward or be a neutral, objective person, or somebody who hide behind and playing games and telling this candidate I will support you and then but doing different. Cowards die many times before they are dead. I'm not a coward. I'm not expecting everybody to agree with me. Go and ask that child that is starving. Go and ask that father that cannot get a job. Go and ask that woman that cannot care for his children today. Today, ask them, what will it what is it to them? Me endorsing Senator Monday today, or me being quiet so I can have better opportunity for my selfish interest, selfish desire, so that tomorrow they will have nothing to say bad about me if I want other opportunity. That is an evil thought. That is a coward thought. And that is the politics of old. Politics of today demand integrity. It demands people with honor. It demands people with passionate care. It demands people who fully believe in something and stand by it. The politics of today, the obedient politics, is about change. A change is not a change unless the change changes. We cannot be doing the same thing and expect a different result. If we truly believe that Nigeria can work for everybody, if we truly believe Nigeria can be better, then the choices we make must reflect our intent, not just our selfish interest. Yes, it's true. And many people have said to me that I shouldn't have endorsed publicly. I should have worked with Senator Monday privately. I should have done this quietly. I should have done that quietly. Yes, it's true. I should have. But that's a coward way. If I truly believe that Akpata, Senator Monday, or Asue is a better candidate, I should be able to tell people who believe in me, who have trust in me. Leaders lead. Coward hide behind. Leaders lead. I must be able to lead the people like Moses. I'm taking you to a promised land. I've been to the mountaintop. I've seen the face of God. And now I'm back to tell you. I've done my research. I've spoken to these people and I'm back to tell you. I've gone through the valley. I've seen the depth of soul and I'm back to tell you. I've gone to the highest place and I'm back to tell you. Follow my lead. For I do not know exactly how to get it, but I know for sure where we're going. Senator Monday is that compassionate person that will deliver for that starving child, that will deliver for that woman who cannot take care of a sick child, that will deliver for that man who cannot take care of his family. I cannot put my own selfish future interest above the demand, the urgency of now. People are starving and dying in Edo State. Hunger everywhere. The rate of cultism, the rate of kidnapping, the rate of poverty is getting to a point, a breaking point. We cannot, any man of integrity cannot keep quiet. Must stand like a man. Man stand, leaders lead. You must lead with your conviction. I'm not expecting everybody to agree with me. I may gain some friend and I may lose some friend. But the truth is, comparison analysis. Senator Monday is a compassionate person that we must support. I will put my vote on him because tomorrow is not guaranteed, but today we can make a difference. What is the possibility that will amount to anything tomorrow? Today, I know by the grace of God I would. But today, there's somebody who needs Senator Monday. And that's much more important to me.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to ask you another question arising from your conversation. You said people are dying, people are going to bed hungry. A lot is going on in Edo State. You know, when you say that, it to me is very laughable because if I understand very well, Senator Monday, who you are endorsing today, is a member of APC. APC. APC, as a political party in Nigeria, has brought nothing but untold hardship upon our people in Nigeria, upon the land. I'm not going to even use only Edo State now. Upon the land, the nation called Nigeria. APC has brought untold hardship upon Nigeria. For the first time in the history of our modern day Nigeria, Nigerians are selling their hard-earned properties. I have a platform where people sell property in Edo State. I am the admin on that very particular group. It will shock you that the rate of property that is being advertised on a daily basis is more than 50. And the reason people are selling it because they want to emigrate to where they think the grass is more greener. The cause of all this, in summary, is the untold hardship that APC government has brought upon Nigeria. When the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu manipulated himself to power, during his campaign as well, he said he was going to continue from where Buhari stopped. You and I, as a student of history, we knew or we understand where Buhari stopped. We knew what Buhari did. I was able to take Nigeria when a dollar, from where dollar was 157, the maximum 197 in the era of PDP and Goodluck Jonathan, to where a dollar is now over 1,000 naira. I laugh in my grandmother's language, Ashanti. Uh, the same political party is the same party that is going to be feeding Senator Monday Okpeholo in Edo State. How can you dare say on this show, on the public realm, that people are dying, people are starving, when it was APC government that brought us to our need today? I think you should take that remark back, because no
Good.
Nigerians in their clear senses will believe what you've just said, because people are dying. People are so. As when Mondo Peolo, I beg your pardon, is the God sent Messiah that is coming to liberate the people of Edo State. Nobody will buy that from you. If you
Okay,
have anything to say, you have the floor.
let's just make one distinction very clear. The distinction is this: all politics are local. And when I say all politics are local, I'm not here endorsing APC. I'm not yet declaring that I'm a member of APC party. I'm not here saying I've ascribed to every APC ideology or policy or way of doing things. Yes, it's true. You and I know very well that I have categorically said it, that Buhari is the worst president Nigeria ever had. And that's true. And you know, I'm a Labour Party before anybody could say anything. And I've staked my clear claim that Peter Obi won the election. That is true. However, all politics are local. We're talking of Edo State. We're not talking of the federal government or national level. We're talking of Edo State. And I'm not comparing Senator Monday to Jesus Christ or Prophet Muhammad, peace be unto him. I'm comparing Senator Monday to the other 16 people running. In comparison to the other 16 people running, we have to look at their character and their antecedents and then draw conclusion. If there was somebody better from another party, I was going to support another candidate, an AA candidate, Prince Tom. We just could not find a parity to grow to depend on that. Senator Monday wasn't my original choice. Prince Tom Osigali is my original choice. And that's the honest truth. I'm not going to hide it. However, when the reality were to come that who actually have the compassionate heart, that's not just about the politicking. It's about a purpose. It's about a sense of care and concern. Senator Monday trump everybody. So my support of Senator Monday is individual. It's not the collective party. It doesn't mean it makes me an APC person. I understand your angst about if you are the Labour Party national chairman or state chairman, Lady TV, or the national chairman, Barrister Abure, how they should feel, right? They have every right to feel any way they need to feel. They have every right to do whatever they are, but at least they will give me the chance to explain myself if what I'm doing is anti-party or anti-Edo State, anti-Edo Light. Because I believe they are in that position primarily because they believe in Edo State, one united Edo State, and what is good for Edo State is good for all of us, regardless of the party. And I will explain myself. One man, one vote. Being part of Labour Party does not mean I should stop thinking or I should lack faculty of reason or intellectual ability to analyze or the spiritual designing to know who is the man of grace that will lead us to the righteous path. I have that innate in me, regardless the party I belong to. And that cannot be taken away from me by a party. It's my own fundamental right to make that decision. And that decision I've made transcends beyond my own selfish future interest because of the urgency of now, my party interest because of the demand of today. And above all, it transcends beyond just a personal gain, but humanity. Humanity is what we're talking about. Humanity is everything which you focus on. Public servants are there to serve. They're not there for their own personal gain or to represent the gain of few. What are we talking about? What are we desiring about? Is it just about us, or is it about the people we're trying to serve? We need to reflect that. Who are the benefactor of us being in a public space or being in a public office? It's the people. It's the people. I joined Labour Party to serve the people, not just the party. And when the opportunity comes to make that decision, to find with that, I think I would have been the best governor, to be honest. But I'm not running. I'm not in the position for that. But I must be true to thyself. Be true. Shakespeare said, "To thyself be true," and I must be true to thyself. Why did I join Labour Party? Is it for my own expenditure growth? Is it for my own selfish desire? I joined Labour Party because I believe in serving the people. And what is good for the people is good for me. What is good for that little child, starving child, is good for me. What is good for that grieving mother is good for me. What is good for that grieving father is good for me too. Beyond my own selfish desire of personal growth politically into a position of greater leadership. That I can do. But would it be better for that child of today? I'm not afraid the consequences of what decision if the Labour Party want to reach about me. But my conscience will be clear. My conscience will be clear that when it matters, I wasn't a coward. I didn't hide behind process. I didn't hide behind the party. I'm not a coward. I stood for what I felt was right. Cowards die 1,000 times before their time. And leaders lead. And I'm leading those who believe in fairness, in justice, who believe in the capacity for somebody to become compassionate enough to help them. I believe in that. And I'm standing here before you. I'm here in your show to tell you, beyond the party, Edolite cares. Beyond the party, Senator Monday is a man of grace that will bring graciousness to governance, compassionate to governing, that bring care into governing. And you and I will be those who will hold him accountable and guide him through it. I've not met Senator Monday. I've not spoken to him beyond one on a meeting conference. He has not given me a dime. As a matter of fact, I had more opportunity if I was looking for money to get an endorsement from the other candidate. But Senator Monday touched my heart when I hear his story, when I heard what he's doing, what he has done. This man was an orphan at the age of 3, lost a sister, lost everybody, but left with 1 or 2 siblings. Moved to Jos at a very early age to grow up with his brothers. Come back to Edo State to become a Panabita, serve under Anini for years. Be part of Anini at the Ministry of Works. Today, he stands before you and I as a senator, now running for governor of Edo State. Many people with such background would have ended up being a tout or end up being nothing. But this man today represents the hope of everybody, the child of nobody who dreamed to be somebody. That's what Senator Monday represents. And that's what Senator Monday is going to deliver in his policy. It's agricultural reform, it's rural development, it's education reform, it's public health reform, it's economic regeneration. That's what Senator Monday is going to deliver. It's guarantee of security. That's what Senator Monday is going to deliver. The free movement of people around the state. That's what Senator Monday is going to deliver. Just like he's doing in his district of senatorial, it's his senatorial district. Senator Monday is a compassionate man. He may not be eloquent as the barristers in this race. He may not be fluent or audacious in his way of communicating with people. But we cannot judge a book by its cover. Neither can we judge Senator Monday by his communication skill compared to others. We've got to judge him by his pedigree. We've got to judge him by his intent. We've got to judge him by his antecedents. And that's what that matters. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Let's take a quick break before I ask you the last 2 questions that I have in mind to ask you. And I will also speak my mind. You know me very well. I'm someone that speaks my mind irrespective of how other people feel. We're going to take a quick break and we'll come back and
I am happy to join with you today in what will go down in history as the greatest demonstration for freedom in the history of our nation.
Thank you. Thank you. If you are just joining us on this program, we also want to get your opinion on our topic for today. Who is your preferred candidate? Most of you who have been following me on this very channel, the Nigeria Diaspora platform, you know my candidate, my preferred candidate, and I've also explained it, the reason I am supporting him in my previous addiction on my candidate issues. My brother, Chief MD, like I said during the opening statement, or part of my opening statement, irrespective of what transpired on this program today, there is no hard feelings for you. You're always a brother, you're always a friend, you'll always be a part of this program, because until you are officially suspended or whatever they do, the leadership of the party decide to do, you're still a member, a card carrying member of Labour Party. That takes me to the next question. Are you aggrieved because an ASAN man did not get the ticket? Precisely the rice man. I want you to answer that question.
Honestly, yes. I would have preferred an ASAN man to get the ticket. But I was willing to go with any candidate that comes out of it. But it depends on the candidate and the outreach of the candidate. But I've said something from day one. Those who have listened to my campaign from last year when I started, and I've said it very clearly, that I will support the best candidate for Edo State, regardless the party. And I've said that from the beginning. It's not news to people. Anyone who knew me from day one, they will know that. I've never said I'm going to stick to a party line, regardless. Not because I'm not loyal or not faithful to my party. I'm more loyal to my people. My loyalty is to my people. It transcends beyond tribe. It transcends beyond religion. It's Edo first. Edo people first. Who will take care of Edo State is more important to me. So I understand that. And I know for a fact, if given a fair hearing, Labour Party will not expel me from the party. I know that for a fact. Labour Party will not expel me from the party, because I've not gone against the tradition of Labour Party. I've not gone against the way of Labour Party. I've only stated my own personal intent. I can assure you this, 90% of those Labour Party people in Edo State are not going to vote for Labour Party. They are all, 90% of them are pretentious. And some of them are cowards. I can go as far as say that. Am I different to come out publicly and say it? I have so many people saying I should have left it covertly. I should have not said anything. I should have endorsed him privately and worked for him privately. I'm not a political jobber. I'm not somebody seeking the next opportunity for relevance. In my own household, I'm very, very relevant. And that's more important to me than anything else. Within my own little family, I'm very, very important. That's more enough to me than anything else. But what is my relevance to that child who is starving? What is my relevance to that mother who cannot take care of the family? What's my relevance to that man who has lost everything? Wake up to nothing every day. That affects me more than me having opportunity to become a leader tomorrow. The urgency of now is more important for us to put our selfish interests aside and look at things critically. We are critical people. We're intellectual people. When do we suddenly drop our intelligence and our critical mind for the selfishness of one or a party? When did we become like this? That we cannot think beyond our nose. The selfishness of average Nigeria is what has got us to this place. The wickedness of our heart that we want to be the landlord in the whole area has driven us to this greed. Of course, I know going against the Labour Party right now, candidate, it might be dangerous. It might be a disaster. The question is, does it worth it? Yes, it does. Because of the urgency of now. Because of the demand and pain of now. Edo State being ripped apart by thugs, gangs, court, poverty everywhere. I went to the length and breadth of Edo State. They'll tell you at night, don't drive through this place, don't come through this town. You go into this town, you just see abject poverty. We keep selecting those who speak grammar, who will tell us they have economic philosophy, economic this, they can get a foreign investors, they can do this. All those are numbers. Most of these other candidates will tell you how they've been personally successful. Because a candidate is personally successful does not translate that that candidate will be a good public servant. When candidate only can talk to you about financing, it does not understand the implication of public service. When candidate can only tell you about development, it does not understand the impact of surviving. And that's the difference with Senator Monday. He knows. There's a question asked a candidate about civil servant poor performance and everything. How is he going to address it? The response from the candidate was, oh, it's because their take-home pay is not enough, so we increase their take-home pay. That's why we're having a debate today in Nigeria about increasing wages, basic salary. It's a wrong debate, because even if you increase the basic salary to 1 million naira a month,
I think you should leave the issue of that wages. We have that program coming up next week where we're going to talk about that. So let's focus on why we are here today.
Maybe a teaser.
Yeah, I know.
Before they go back to my endorsement. Yeah. I'm supporting Senator Monday, a man of grace. I've christened him, me and my team, we've christened him a man of grace. A man of grace that will bring grace to education. A man of grace that will bring grace to health, public health. A man of grace that will bring grace to agricultural development. A man of grace that will bring grace to energy revitalization. A man of grace that will bring peace and unity and harmony among all of us. That is Senator Monday Okpebolu.
Thank you.
It's a candidate.
Thank you so much, my viewers all over the world, and I think you've heard from the horse's mouth. Also, in my closing statement, I will highlight some of the things he has said, he has spoke about. My last question, you've already touched about that because there's no need to ask you that again, but I'm going to give you 2 minutes for your closing statement. I'll address my audience and viewers all over the world, step by step, your reason why you made the decision and what implication that would be to you as a member of Labour Party. You have the floor.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to come and declare my endorsement on your platform. First of all, I want to introduce myself to you again and every viewer. My name is Chief Dr. Daniel Igongo Akumoka Matthews, a true son of the soil from Odube. Right. I'm an official and I still remain a Labour Party member. I've not left Labour Party and I'm not leaving Labour Party. But in this last primary Labour Party, I've left their principle aside. And the reason why I'm going this pathway, because I'm putting the interest of the people above myself and above the party to endorse a candidate that I believe is a man of grace and compassionate to govern the state. Hence the reason why I'm endorsing this candidate. It comes to a time in life of every man that you know that cowards die 1,000 times before they are dead. And cowards die many times before they are dead because they're neither here or there. And a true leader lead. They stand up when it counts and guide and lead people through the tough time That's why the Bible says, I walk through the valley of shadow of death, but I fear no evil, because the rod and the staff shall comfort me. That's why even the Bible says, guide your loin, put your sword, and wait and see the salvation of God, because you are a leader. And leader lead. They go the edge on through the battle to fight, because the urgency of now. The urgency of now is people are starving, people are hungry, and people are incapable to survive. Family can't live, children can't have no hope, mothers can't take care of their sick children, father can't even provide for their family. What do we have? Do I say because of my own selfish interest for tomorrow? I know there are greater opportunity. Because of that, should I now turn my back on those who need help today? Leaders lead, and coward die 1,000 times. Because I know I'm a leader, and I'm begging every one of you who has believed in me, who is hearing me also for the first time, to trust and believe in me that I'm telling you, Senator Monday Okpewolo, the APC candidate, is the better candidate. I'm not saying the other people are bad. They are good. But Senator Monday is better. If any of these candidates were to win, I will full-fledged support them. I'll do everything within my capacity to help them focus on the basic need of the state, of the people of Edo State. If I have to criticize them, if I have to give them credit, I will do that. If any of those candidates from the 16 other candidate running will win, I would openly support them. However, at this moment, at this point, I think Senator Monday, a man of grace, is a better candidate. And I also want to directly appeal to obedient movement people. Many of you became obedient because you believe in fairness and justice and equity. You believe in fairness, justice, and equity. Many of you felt when during the last election, the presidential election, when PDP were trying to give the ticket to Atiku, which they did, many of you feel that was unjust. You became obedient and followed Peter Obi to Labour Party, like I did, because I believe in justice and fairness. And I strongly believe, after 8 years of Obaseki from Oredo local government, now his cousin from the same local government, first cousin cannot come and now take over the same seat. It's not a family business. The seat of the governor is a public thing. It's not a family business. It's not an inheritance business. It's not a business that you pass from family to family. It's not a generational business. It's not a business. It's a public servant thing. And it's not a right for the sitting or anyone to appoint somebody who is going to take over them. Let the people decide. We see what is happening in Rivers State, where somebody want to put a thumbprint on a candidate to do their will of follow their stool. Hence the reason why I appeal to you. I beg you from the bottom of my heart, even though you may not know Senator Monday, study him, research him, talk to me, ask me any question, or engage with me. I'm happy to engage with you. I beg you from the bottom of my heart, open up to the acceptance that Senator Monday is not going to speak grammar to you, because that is not his forte. It's not going to tell you jargons, because that is not his forte. But what Senator Monday would do is not to judge him by the way you perceive. Don't judge a book by its cover. It's that he's going to care. His policy will reflect his spirit, his background. His policy will fulfill the promise of one Edo State, a promise that a child can dream, regardless the economic or family background, can dream that one day a child of nobody can be a senator from Edo, a governor or a president or a minister, regardless their humble beginning. And that Senator Monday is the inspiration that represents that. That is why I, Chief Daniel Igonwo Akumoka Matthews, support him. And I appeal and I beg to you, support the man of grace, regardless the party. We are not endorsing APC, we're endorsing and supporting Senator Monday in Edo State. God bless you as you listen and do the will of the man of grace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I want to especially thank you. It's been a hard show for you and I. Our friendship goes beyond political party.
And it will remain regardless.
Everyone has the right to endorse or vote whoever their spirit leads them to. However, I must say on this show, on this day, on this moment, how disappointed I am as a friend, as a brother. Despite your action, whatever you've done today, our friendship remained the same. PDP and APC has been in power for since 1999. They've been in power. The result of the combined political party being in power in Nigeria, we can see the evidence today, the hardship, the untold hardship, the struggling, people going to bed unable to feed, people with homeless children, 16 million kids on the street, the size of 3 nations in Europe on the street of Nigeria, 16 million kids on the street of Nigeria. This as a result of failed leadership by the two political party, APC and PDP. However, Labour Party has never ruled Nigeria. If given the opportunity, if given the time and the date, Labour Party will do better. Because if you look carefully to the constitution of Labour Party, it is found on the basic and the principle of family, union, mother, father, and the child. That's the logo of Labour Party. The ideology of empowering the people from the grassroots, not from the top to the bottom, like the president of Nigeria seeking the Senate approval to buy a private jet at this critical time in our nation history. It's very unheard of. So, Labour Party, in order for Labour Party to truly show how good they are, how good what they can do in the next presidential election, they must take the lead from Edo State. Edo State is the heartbeat of the nation. Whatever happens in Edo State transcend or transfer all over the 36 states across the nation. On this note, my dear fellow compatriots, Nigerians in diaspora, Nigeria back at home, I want you to call your brother, call your sister, send a message, support Barrister Olumide Akpata as the next governor of Edo State, so that together we can reap the benefit of democracy. So together we can begin to see the dividends of democracy, just like the people of Abia State is seeing today. Otis of Abia has done so well within a year or a year and a half of being in office. So I am asking every good citizen of Edo State to go out en masse on the 21st of September 2024 and vote massively for Barrister Osagbovo Olumide Akpata. I thank you all, and I look forward to seeing you again on the show. My brother, thank you for coming.